Right there.
Get it.
That was a 22. It went right over our heads.
Camping is meant to be a peaceful retreat into the wild, but some trips never go as planned. In this video, we're counting down 6 of the most disturbing camping encounters ever caught on camera. From distant sounds that shouldn't be there to terrifying moments no one can explain, each clip pulls you deeper into the unknown. And make sure you stay till the end, because the final clip will make you think twice before ever stepping into the woods again. But first, let's start with the first encounter. Our first story tonight comes from the YouTube channel Florida Boy Johnny, where Johnny takes us on wild outdoor adventures and creepy encounters across the United States. Most of these chilling experiences unfold in the dark, isolated forests of Florida. On October 4th, 2021, Johnny and his friend Danny set off for what was supposed to be a peaceful hiking and camping trip. Armed with only a GPS, they followed a poorly marked trail nearly 2 miles into the wilderness. But when they reached their campsite, something felt off. An old, lone truck sat there, parked in the middle of nowhere. Given how remote the area was, this struck them as strange. Despite the uneasy feeling creeping in, they pressed forward, determined to shake it off.
Essentially, it's in the middle of the woods. And it's a good...
Watch those people from back there be camping where we're going to be going.
But anyway, the spot is about almost 2 miles from where we parked the truck. Great.
What?
This is what we're dealing with. Can any of you point out where the trail is? Well, I'm gonna assume this is the trail.
Are you sure?
No. Watch your step. Can you hear me? We're heading back the other way. Grab your bag. We're trying to find the trail. We're heading back the other direction. Hurry.
I'm trying.
That was a 22. It went right over our heads. So we just got shot at. We hit the tree right next to us.
No way.
Within 2 feet.
So I could have died today.
I just stopped recording too, and it whizzed by. Okay.
Do you want to keep going up that trail, or you want to go back down that one? We'll see us because he's up over there.
So we just got shot at. We were, and I just stopped recording, but there is somebody deep in the woods that direction Shot what sounded like a 22 hit a tree about 2 feet away from us. And we were finding a spot to set up, and we had just set our bags down. I set the camera down after I stopped recording, and a bullet, 22, whizzed right above our heads into the tree that we were standing next to. And so I yelled out to him, whoever it was. Got no response.
The day started simply with the hope of a quiet stroll through nature. With about 12 pounds of gear on their backs, they followed the trail, soaking in the serenity. Birds chirped around them, and the sunlight streamed through the dense tree canopy. Everything seemed calm, peaceful, even safe. That is, until they took a short break by a tree. Out of nowhere, a bullet whizzed past them, missing by mere inches. It slammed into the tree right beside them, sending a shock of terror through their bodies.
Yelled out several more times. Got one response. No idea what he said. I wonder if it's that truck.
It might be. Why in the is he all the way out here shooting at people?
I think people live in these woods.
What?
So I think people live in these woods. What?
I think that was a rage. Oh my god. My name's Danielle Hogan, but the person you'll be calling is Johnny Hayes. My boyfriend's wearing a black shirt and tan jeans, and I'm wearing a tan shirt and blue jeans right now. And then he has an orange backpack, and I've got a gray one. Okay. She's having people come out here.
Like on foot or what?
I don't know. Well, she said with us she's gonna have people come out here.
Okay, so yeah, just let them know that we're gonna go ahead and keep heading north just a little bit on the trail. Then we're gonna intersect what looks like somebody's driveway, because it's the clearest way to get to the clearing, it looks like. But as soon as we get to that point, we will be on somebody's property. So, but that's, I mean, I don't really want to go through the okay, sounds good. We'll head that way. Alright, bye. I'm gonna try to find that trail. We're gonna get onto Harper.
But she said it didn't have any core units.
No. But somebody's going to meet us with a 4-wheeler. Not on the trail, but off of Harper. So. Okay, so we just got off the phone with a local police number. We're too far out for anybody to meet us, so we're having to track back through the woods and make our way over to an access road. But we have to go through all this crap to get to it. I'm recording just in case anything happens again, because when it happened the first time, I had just stopped recording.
Panic set in as they scrambled to move. This wasn't just some random shot. Someone was deliberately targeting them. Unsure of where the shooter was or if they would fire again, Johnny and Danny kept low and tried to retrace their steps back to the trail. Danny immediately called the police, reporting the situation, but help was miles away. They were on their own, and they needed to find their way out fast.
When the shots came out, we were just off of the trail. And whoever this was, they had to have known where we were the whole time. One of those shots landed right above our heads in the tree that we were standing by. And essentially, we're right here. The round hit about right here, but on my right side. The first one, I'm not too sure where it hit, but I heard it whiz by. And then it was the second one that landed right next to us. And there's no way anybody can say, oh, I thought it was an animal. No animal wears a bright orange backpack. Not that I know of. Okay. Right here. That's where we gotta climb.
Like at this place too dangerous. Unless you're going. I mean, who knows? It may or may not have been them. But where the f was that there was a truck that far out. And then once we get out to our spot off of a fucking trail, somebody starts shooting at us.
Oh, you a big ass spider was on me. I'm sorry.
There's somebody over there. There's somebody over there.
Huh?
There's somebody over there.
Do I?
There's, as far as like hunting season goes, there's a whole bunch of stuff that just opened up yesterday.
Yeah.
And this whole area, the whole trail area.
Yeah.
It's you can hunt on it.
Okay.
And stuff.
Oh,
I grew up in Pennsylvania. Our hunting season starts a lot earlier out there, and general rule of thumb is we don't really go into the woods after the 15th of September because that's when everything opens up, and you got to deal with the idiots, and you got to deal with the people from Jersey.
We had just stopped, and all of a sudden we had one round go right past us, maybe 10 feet, and then another one right above our head, and literally like 2 feet above our head into the tree, and it just sounded like a 22.
I'll go down. I'm gonna see if I can make contact with someone. I saw a blue truck down in one of the areas
I seen the
down
blue
there.
truck. Is the white pickup truck your guys?
Right here.
Okay.
And from here to here is where we kind of lost the trail, but we were still kind of on it because we were using GPS and whatnot.
Somehow they made it out without a scratch, but the explanation they were given didn't sit right. Sure, hunting season was underway, but as Johnny pointed out, no deer wears a bright orange backpack. So, who really pulled the trigger that day? Was it just someone playing a reckless game, or was something far more sinister lurking in the shadows? We're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers. Be part of our journey. Hit that subscribe button now, and let's make it happen together. Next, we have a spine-tingling story from Cam Prime, a solo camping channel known for its serene escapes into nature. However, this adventure quickly takes a darker turn. It's May 31st, 2025, and what was supposed to be a peaceful, introspective retreat starts to unravel into something far more unsettling. The creator sets up camp in a remote forest next to a gently flowing river on the edge of a quiet mountain town. At first, everything is perfect, brewing mint chocolate coffee, cooking a warm meal, and basking in the natural beauty. But a strange heaviness fills the air, odd symbols are carved into the nearby trees, and eerie sounds drift from the distance, sounds that don't seem to belong. As darkness falls, he makes the questionable decision to watch the Blair Witch Project. Definitely not the best choice when you're deep in the woods alone. Later that night, after the movie's tension still lingers in his mind, nature calls. Reluctantly, he leaves the comfort of his cozy van and heads toward the bathroom, stepping out into the cold, dark woods. The silence around him feels suffocating, and with each step his fear grows, fueled by the unsettling film still fresh in his mind. The shadows of the trees seem to stretch longer, and the air feels heavier, as though something is waiting, just out of sight. He eventually returns safely, but the feeling lingers. The forest no longer feels quiet. It feels alive, as if something is watching his every move. And then, in the blackness, he sees it. Eyes. Not imagined, not part of the movie, just eyes, watching. Sometimes it's not the jump scares or the monsters that haunt us. It's the quiet, creeping realization that you might not be as alone as you thought. If that last clip freaked you out, hold tight, because the next one will send your fear levels through the roof. Alex, better known as Bugs, spends his days uncovering the hidden and forgotten parts of the world, abandoned tunnels, ghost towns, and crumbling buildings. But one particular adventure left him deeply unsettled.
Starting to get dark. It's not totally dark yet. A lot of debris. So we're here, but it's dark inside here, that's for sure. So we're gonna explore it, see what it looks like, see if we detect anything. Me and my friend were standing right next to this window. We're getting ready to leave. And suddenly it was very quiet. Like right now the train is going by, so it's kind of loud in here. But it was very quiet. And suddenly we heard like dragging sound. Like we heard it 4 or 5 times. It lasted about 4 minutes. Sounded to me, it sounded like metal, like heavy metal being dragged on the gravel, which would be the shoulder that has gravel. And my friend ran outside, and I was right behind her. And when we went outside, we didn't see anyone. So to this day, we can't explain what was going on. So we're gonna go upstairs. Creepy place upstairs. The other thing that happened when we're up here, these are the stairs, if you see them. See if you can see them. They go up there to that door. When we came into this room, we came in through this entrance here. And when we came in, this door just slammed open. I mean, you can tell when it's like natural, but this was not natural. That door flung open and hit the wall. It wasn't natural, like, like the wind or anything. It was like some force opened it really hard.
After a long day exploring an old building filled with eerie dragging sounds and slamming doors, Alex decided to rest for the night in his van, parked nearby. The night began calm and quiet, safe, or so he believed. But around midnight, he was startled awake by the unmistakable sound of footsteps circling his van. Someone was out there.
So anyways, I'm going to sign off, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay? Bye. Okay, guys. Something woke me up. I heard, I think, sounded like footsteps. I'm not sure if that's what woke me up. I put on my pants and my shoes, just for in case. I was asleep. I got all my windows closed. I got this light here, but I don't know if they can see it. But I certainly heard footsteps. Something woke me up. I'm not sure what it was. Just for in case. Oh shit, I heard the footsteps again. Looks like they went to the back. Motherfucker. Okay. Somebody's definitely outside. I don't think I'm gonna stay here. Honestly, I end up shooting somebody.
Then a sharp knock echoed through the still air. Alex's pulse quickened as he grabbed his camera and his weapon. Whoever was outside, they knew he was inside.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? There's somebody inside. I'm gonna go outside. Who is it? I'm coming outside, man. Just so you know, I'm armed. I'm opening the door.
With tension building, Alex opened the van door, flashlight in hand, signaling that he was armed. Stepping cautiously into the darkness, he began his search, but when he checked the area, there was nothing, no one, just the unnerving stillness of the night.
I don't see anybody. Anybody there? Motherfucker, somebody out here. Hello? Maybe they went inside that schoolhouse. Okay. It's time for me to go. The sound was coming from this side, from the driver's side. Okay, I think I'm gonna head to Vaughn.
Trusting his instincts, Alex quickly packed up and fled. Whatever was out there, it was hunting him, and it was clear it didn't want him around. His trip was cut short. That was just a taste of the terror ahead. The next clip, let's just say, it's not for the faint of heart. In March of 2019, a YouTuber named Clayton, known for his channel Time to Play TV, uploaded a video titled Shadow Figures Found. Clayton's content spans across cooking tutorials, puzzle unboxings, and paranormal investigations, but this video took a much darker turn. Clayton, alongside his team of investigators, made their way to a place they dubbed Shadow Cemetery, a remote graveyard nestled deep within dense, eerie woods. They were there to investigate the chilling reports of shadowy figures said to roam the forest, hoping to capture undeniable proof of these unsettling paranormal entities.
What's up, guys? We are here at the Shadow Cemetery. This is the place Stacy from Misguided Road Trips and Patty from the G Team came a couple weeks ago, and they saw figures out in the woods. Now I guess they're like shadow figures, and then they were pushed once or twice while they were trying to leave. So we're gonna go check it out. If we see anything, we're going after it. And we already got one, kind of. We were coming in, it's still a little daylight out, and we did a quick drive around in the car just to make sure it's clear. And as we're leaving, JT goes, oh, there's the maintenance worker. And then we looked, we didn't see nothing, and he was gone. So we drove back, and we saw no one there. We couldn't find anyone. Let's go have an adventure. The place is a little spooky. It's out here in the middle of nowhere.
As dusk settles, the team enters the cemetery. The atmosphere feels thick, almost suffocating. This graveyard, isolated in the middle of nowhere, is surrounded by towering trees draped with Spanish moss. Clayton immediately points out how disturbingly still everything is, noting that there's not even the slightest breeze to disturb the moss hanging from the trees.
Yeah, I'm looking for footprints. Really old looking ones right here. It's like 1880. That looks like the death year, 1880 it looks like. That's something weird to find in the middle of a cemetery. Wow. That's really spooky.
What's all that?
Yeah, it's a bunch of trash back here. And the fence is ripped down right there too. There's like barely any breeze out here, guys. I mean, look at the moss on the trees. They're not moving at all. Nothing. And look at that puppy going crazy. Oh, it just stopped. And there's no breeze out here at all.
As the investigation progresses, the team begins to experience strange occurrences. First, there are odd noises coming from the woods, an eerie hoot followed by the crack of twigs snapping. The investigators call out into the dark, but no response comes. They press on, following the sounds to the edge of the cemetery where they discover a broken down fence. That's when things take a sinister turn.
So we heard a noise, sound like a hoot, and then we heard a thunk out here, a twig breaking something. We're right on the border of the cemetery. There's the fence there. Hello? Right back there was the noise. I heard something too. Shit, look guys, look. Is that the tree? Oh shit.
Right there, behind
yeah.
the tree.
JT, got my back? Right back here. Yeah, come with me. Do you need a flashlight? Take my flashlight. I got my camera one. It was right over here. No, I thought it was a tree at first, but it freaking moved. Let's get back to the girls. This is right where it was. There was something right here. I thought it was a tree at first, but then like an arm came out.
In the footage captured during this crucial moment, a shadowy figure appears in the darkness, initially blending in with the trees. But as Clayton's camera zooms in, it becomes clear it's no mere trick of the light. A figure stands motionless until it notices it's being watched. Then it begins to move, confirming that whatever they're dealing with isn't just an illusion. The tension heightens as moments later, one of the female investigators suddenly cries out, claiming something has touched her shoulder.
God, something just touched me again.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh my God, and this meter just started going off too when you said that.
Where did it touch you at?
On my shoulder again, just like it did last time. It feels like it's like fingerprints trying to grab you.
Oh my
it's
God.
pulling back.
But the most unsettling event happens later. Deciding to wrap up the investigation due to dying batteries, the team returns to their car. But as they sit inside, Clayton later explains that, with most of the cameras turned off, something hit their car hard enough to shake it violently.
We were done filming, we were in the car, and everyone's cameras off was hers because she was doing her exit, and someone came and hit the car hard. So we jumped out, and we came running out here looking. It was the same brown figure. All right, guys, that was crazy. They stayed in the car. That's them in the car now.
What's that? Right there.
Get it.
Shoot, my light just shut off. What are the chances of that?
In a desperate attempt to track down the entity, Clayton chases it through the woods. But just as they're closing in, his flashlight flickers off at the most inopportune moment. When the light comes back on, the figure has vanished, likely disappearing into the trees. The team leaves the cemetery, shaken but undeniably exhilarated by what they experienced. So, what was truly lurking in those woods that night? Was it a paranormal entity, a shadow figure capable of physically interacting with the living? Or is there another explanation for the terrifying events Clayton and his team encountered? You think that was creepy? Just wait, this next clip is straight out of your worst nightmares. A man known only as Under the Weather was used to camping alone. But on this trip, he wasn't truly by himself. Deep in Devil's Wood, he set up camp surrounded by towering trees and the gentle murmur of a nearby stream.
Hello, welcome back to Under the Weather, live from the Devil's Wood. Now I'm losing daylight and I'm in a very precarious place, so I need to try and get some wood, and it's for a fire. But as you can see, there's a lot of wetness around. I'm camped right next to a river. Tent's already up because, as I said, losing daylight. Let's show you the wee tent here. Now this is the most precarious place I've ever put a tent in my life. So let's just see, turn this round. The only flat bit of ground is like this little strip here, which runs along this riverbed right in the middle of the Devil's Wood. Let's see if we can get some lights on the go. Yeah, I mean, if you look up, still daylight outside, but door, toilet. Let's hope there's no floods. Right, let's see if we can get some fire going.
As night began to fall, he prepared his dinner and settled by the warmth of the fire. But then came a sound, a noise that resembled a fox, though something about it felt strangely unsettling.
I'll put in. Shit. Right, let's try this. It's coming on amazingly. It's unbelievable how dark it is here. This is like crazy.
Later, while shining his flashlight across the trees, he froze. There, standing motionless among the branches, was a figure dressed in red.
Right, time to get the shoes off and change a little bit. Hang on. Ow. Hang on. There will be little animals scratching around, you know, but and also it's when you're camping right next to a river, stream, whatever it is, you'll hear rocks going through the night, and your brain will tell you that's someone coming to get you, you know, but it's literally rocks just kind of being pushed down by the weight of the water. So I think, what the hell? Hang on, turn this. I think I might just turn this. Hello, is there? Anybody there? Hello? 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 Oof.
He stumbled backward, retreating into his tent, shaken to the core. After a few moments, he mustered the courage to investigate, but when he returned, there was no figure, just a red raincoat hanging from a tree.
What's that? Right. I'm gonna go have a look. Oh! Oh, that's again. I don't think I like the look of that thing, whatever that was. I'm sure that wasn't there before, but anyway. Wow. Oh, turn it off. God. Well, that's enough calamity for me. That's better, isn't it?
He was certain the coat hadn't been there before. He tried to sleep that night, managing to drift off, but the question that haunted him remained: who or what had placed the coat there. If this clip had you hooked, trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Subscribe now and be part of the adventure. The final encounter in this video comes from the Lost Places and Legends YouTube channel. In this chilling adventure, a group of explorers ventures into an area known as Top of the World, deep within Talladega National Forest. What was meant to be a simple exploration turned into something far more unsettling. The group embarked on their journey during a bitterly cold winter night, with temperatures dropping to the 20s. Despite the freezing conditions, their curiosity drove them to investigate this remote, mysterious location they had visited years earlier. The area was infamous for its eerie silence, and that night it proved to be no different, except for one chilling detail: something was watching them.
Be nice if we could find us a little warm spot too.
So a place with a heater set up.
Right. Whoa, did you hear that?
Yes. They go straight down on this side.
Yeah, I heard walking. I heard something, sound like something got kicked or broke or fell or something, I don't know.
Yeah, every part of my body is warm except for my hands.
That's where I'm at with it.
And my nose.
My hands and my right nose. I'd give anything for my old flashlight back. My little hand heater. Or the headlamp that acted like a heater.
That headlamp will burn you up in the summertime.
As they navigated the narrow trail, strange noises began to emerge from the darkness. At first, it sounded like small animals rustling through the underbrush, but soon the noises grew more distinct. Twigs snapping, footsteps crunching through the leaves. Something, or someone, was pacing just out of their sight. Then suddenly, a loud crack echoed through the trees as a branch seemingly fell from nowhere and landed nearby. The team halted, flashing their lights in every direction, but the dense forest limited their view to just a few feet. Whoever, or whatever, was out there remained hidden. As they pressed on, the tension grew. The strange noises continued, branches snapped, and footsteps shifted in the leaves. The sensation was undeniable. They were being watched, with the forest alive with unseen presences.
You sure are awful noisy over there, man. Oh. As I step right into some leaves.
That tree right there could put somebody in some pain.
Right.
He's got that one pushed over the top, see it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's not gonna weather many more storms.
Hear that?
All right then. That was like a little whip.
Right.
That would have hurt if you'd been in front of me.
I know.
I'm hearing something. I got this daggum beanie on, so it's hard to tell.
Is it down over your ears?
Yeah.
See, mine's only at the top of my ears.
Not too bad of a hill.
Yeah.
The most unsettling part was that whatever was out there wasn't running from them, it was keeping pace, stalking them. Then, one of the explorers caught a glimpse of something in the distance, a shadowy figure moving swiftly between the trees at eye level. It was quick, barely visible in the darkness, but its presence was unmistakable. Panic swept through the group as they debated whether to continue or turn back, yet their curiosity and a mounting sense of unease pushed them forward. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the activity around them intensified. Suddenly, another object was hurled their way. This time the impact was even closer, sending a shock of fear through the group. In that moment, they realized they weren't alone, and whatever lurked in those woods didn't want them there. Recognizing the danger, they decided to retreat. As they made their way back toward the truck, the sounds followed them, and the feeling of being watched never left.
That's the water again.
Yep. I'm assuming it's water. I don't see it.
It's gotta be. Yeah, that's water. What was that? Sounded like it hit a tree right beside you.
I know. Something's throwing things at us, man. I mean, it's gotta be over on this side. Logic would dictate.
As they neared their vehicle, a final, bone-chilling noise broke the silence, a haunting sound that reverberated through the trees. The eerie noise was enough to make them rush to their truck, their hearts pounding as they quickly drove away, desperate to leave the area behind for good.
And when you change jobs at my age, it ain't no fun. Let me just tell you. I plan on changing again as soon as I get the chance.
As soon as you get a chance, you changing again.
I will change again.
Did you hear that?
Oh, it's right beside me. It's my flashlight. And then it goes completely quiet.
Right.
To this day, they have no explanation for what happened that night. It wasn't just the strange noises, they also witnessed numerous white lights glowing from the depths of the woods, lights that many viewers noticed throughout the footage. Whatever it was, it made its presence known and ensured that their night in Talladega National Forest would never be forgotten. Imagine missing out on the next mind-blowing video just because you didn't hit subscribe. Don't let that happen. Join us now